please. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. You can hear me. You can hear me. Well, I hope it doesn't get too windy. Low-key kind of scary. No. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Hello. Hi. Gee. I don't know why I sounded like that. Hello, everyone. Not sure what to yap about today, but but I will find something to yap about. I also, honestly, sorry, I kind of want to, like, kill some time because there's a storm approaching, and according to the radar, it looks like it's going to be kind of a, I don't want to say like a bad storm, but it's definitely gonna rain a lot. It's already really windy, and not that I'm scared of storms, but my dog is outside. So I just want to make sure that all is well. And that I don't have to, run out to go get her. Is my thing? Hold on. Is it working? Let me pause. Hold on. Pause. I was on this whole time. That's embarrassing. Okay, hold. Ah. No, it is. It is. You're just lying to me, that's all. That's all. Hi, hello. Hello. Sorry, I'm trying to get myself all situated. I hope I don't need... How about I just leave it on for now? Hey, Queen. Hey, welcome back. Oh my god, everyone showed up at once. Hi, everyone. Today we're going to just yap. I can't stay, but just wanted to stop by and say hi. Oh, thanks so much for stopping by. I hope you have a good rest of your night. Yeah, I'm literally here to yap today. Hi, hello. What do we talk about? I don't know. Do we tell spooky stories? Does anyone have a spooky story to tell on... Personally, how was work if you had it today? I didn't work today because today I don't work on the weekends. So, but I did come back from Denver today. That was kind of a long drive. I got concert tickets to see Dino? Why just Dino? But you know what? Congrats. 2-sentence horror story. Yeah, if you can sum it up in 2 sentences. The way you manifested a K-pop artist. Oh! He's going to Saudi Arabia. Yeah, I did that specifically for you. Don't worry. I used all of my manifestation skills. Yeah. Wait, that's crazy. That's crazy. No. He's coming to this esports opening ceremony. Esports opening ceremony? Which esports? Valorant? Thank you. Gotta go now. Bye. Okay, bye. No, okay. I was going to say I don't have a lot of scary stories because as much as I should be grateful that things don't happen to me, sometimes I hear people have like crazy stories and I'm like, I would love to have stories to tell in situations like that. I think Overwatch. Oh, you know what? I'll look it up. I'll definitely look it up. Um, yeah, anyway, people have like really like sometimes they're actually spooky, like spooky stories. And I never have anything to share with the class because things don't happen to me. But again, I think I need to take the wins where I have them because that means that creepy things are not happening to me on a regular basis. I think the only like the one scary-ish story that I have, um, well, I guess they're not that scary. This one time, I was driving at night with my family. It was my dad, my brother, and my sister. I was driving because I'm like the designated driver when it comes to my family. So we're driving back home at night. We get to like this corner. It's kind of near our house. We get to like this corner or this turn, and I think we're already telling scary stories in the car, which is kind of why I was zoning out because I don't have any scary stories like to share in those situations. So my family is telling all of their stories and I'm just driving. I'm, trying to get us home safely. So we get to this corner and as they're talking about, I don't even know what they're talking about, but I'm going to like start turning around this corner and like the headlights flash into like the field that's straight ahead, which is like a fence because it starts to take like a turn to follow the road. And I like look up at the fence line and I see this like figure and it's walking away from the fence line, but it had really long arms and it was like I I'm based on my memory, the entire figure was like white, which is kind of why I thought that it stood out so much because it was dark and it was in my headlights and it was walking away from the fence like into the field. And I just remember that its arms were like really long. They were almost to its knees. And it starts like basically it's just walking away. And so I start freaking out. All right, I'm freaking out in the car. I'm like, did anyone just see what I saw? Did anyone just see what I saw? Now my family, because they're already talking about scary stories, I don't know what didn't seem to believe me. And I'm like, okay, I don't care if you don't believe me, but this was scary because I seen this like 5 seconds ago. And I think I probably get this from my family too. My family they're very logical people. Okay. We don't tend to just believe things that have no explanation. We try to logically explain everything until we physically can't. So I'm sitting here trying to tell them that I saw this thing in the field, whatever. And they're all now trying to come up with explanations of what it could be. They're like, well, is it a person? I'm like, no, because you can tell when it's a person. And this was not a person. Because this was like tall. It was like a tall figure, had really long arms, but it was also kind of like it walked a little hunched over. I was like, I don't think a person would walk like that. And if they do, they're like psycho. And so then they're like, oh, maybe it was just like, they're trying to say it's like an animal. I'm like, no, it was walking on two legs and it had arms. Like, be so for like, I'm sitting here trying to convince them to believe what I had just seen. And they're like, no, I think it was this and I think it was that. I'm like, oh my God. Anyway, it freaked me out for the rest of the night. I was spooked. I was scared. I was like, what the heck? Anyways, I used to date a girl with a lazy eye. Turns out she was seeing someone. Oh my God. No, that's horrible. That's horrible. Yeah, see, like that, I only have like that experience. And then another experience that I had, well, that's not scary. It's more just like, oh, 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 I'm gonna die. Oh, oh God, do you hear that? I'm so sorry. Hey girl, hi. Hello, hello. I'm I'm laying in bed. I'm laying in bed and I saw the flash so brightly through my blinds. I thought that it had struck like something just up the hill because of how bright it was. And so I thought we were going to get the loudest like crack of thunder in that moment. So I was like trying to prepare myself, but it wasn't that close. It wasn't that close. Thundering? Yeah, it's storming right now, or there's a storm coming in. And yeah, you're probably gonna hear it very clearly because I'm right next to my window. But I also am trying to pay attention to kind of what is going on outside because my dog is outside. Now she has shelter, like she has like it's a covered like kennel kind of thing. But I don't want it to get like too bad just in case. So I'm trying to pay attention. Yeah. I'm sure she's used to it by now. But just in case. Because it does sound pretty windy. But we'll see, we'll see. Anyway, yeah. I'm trying to think. I was asking for scary stories because, like, I don't have any. I've heard other people tell me their scary stories and they would be scary. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me tell you one thing that actually genuinely freaks me out. And it's not even like paranormal or anything, it's just incredibly scary to me. I hate the idea of lucid dreaming. It spooks me so much. Okay, that I like every time people talk about their stories of lucid dreaming, it scares me. Luckily, okay, and I pray to God every single day that I never lucid dream ever in my life because I do not know what I would do if I do. Oh, the first time I heard like a genuine, well, like somebody that I knew personally or know personally, lucid dream was my brother. And he was taught the way that he described it. I'm sure it wasn't scary in the dream, but just the way that you hear it through the story, it sounds spooky. Because the premise of the dream is that, or well, my brother's dream was that he was dreaming and like it was me and then our mom, and we were like in the car, like driving somewhere, and like in the middle of the conversation of whatever conversation we were having in his dream, he realized halfway through that he was dreaming. Like he just realized it. And so, crazily enough, in the dream, he just, like, in the middle of the conversation, he blurts out loud, he says, "This is a dream, isn't it?" Oh, sorry, I thought I heard something. But he says, "This is a dream, isn't it?" And I guess in the dream, both me and our mom, like, turned around and just looked at him. But with like the way he described it, he said that we looked at him with like a disappointed look on our face. And I was like, that's scary. And then he said that we looked at him with that look and then we turned back around to like face, back towards like the road or whatever. And then we just didn't say anything for the rest of the dream. Or like I think he might have woke up shortly after that, but like the fact that we turned around and then just didn't continue the conversation, I'm like, that's scary. But to him, he was like, no, it wasn't scary. He's like, I just kind of realized that I was dreaming halfway. I was like, bro, that sounds spooky. I think I would cry. And then I heard, which is really goofy. Like, it might have been maybe shortly after they debuted. Shion from One Us was talking about a time that he lucid dreamed. And it was like the same situation that I don't remember what he said was happening in his dream. But like there were like crazy things going on in his dream, and that somewhere in the middle of his dream he realized he was dreaming, and so he said it out loud too. He said, "Wait, I'm dreaming, aren't I?" And then he said that everyone in the dream, because it was like crazy things were going on, everyone like stopped what they were doing and they all just turned and looked at him. And I remember he was saying this in like a V Live or something. He was telling this story to Kun-hee and I think one other person, but I know Kun-hee was there for sure. And Kun-hee started like freaking out because it sounds scary. Like lucid dreaming sounds really scary. And especially when like someone is describing it that way. Of like, can you imagine just everyone in your dream just all stopping what they're doing and they just turn and look at you with like some like deadpan look? Oh my god. Anyway, when he started freaking out, and I'm like, that's so valid though, because I would do that. I started doing that too when I heard once he finished like describing the story. I'm like, bro. And anyways, everyone's stories of lucid dreaming scares me so much. And like it genuinely spooks me. And so I feel like on you know what? I think those would be good spooky stories to tell too. It's raining. That's my bedtime story of the night. They sound scary, but I know that the person like lucid dreaming probably doesn't feel scared or anything, but it's just the way that they like you hear it and they describe it. It's like, man, I do not want to experience that. Oh my gosh. It's raining. Do you guys hear it? Can you hear it? Wait, let me go outside and see if you can hear it. I also just want to check on my dog. All right, hold on. Okay, pause. Oh. You know what? My cat's outside too. Oh my god. It's actually raining really hard. I hope my dog's okay. I mostly hear you being scared of the thunder. Oh my god, I just want to see. Where's my dog? Ah, I can feel it everywhere. Okay, I just want to. Wait, where's my dog? My dog is missing? My dog is missing! Hold on. Shukala! Shukala! Help me! She is gone. I don't know where she is. This is not good. Shukala! Sorry, a bug just hit me in the face. Shukala! Okay, my dog is gone. Oh my god, it's really windy. Uh-oh. Okay, well, not only is my dog gone, but so is the cat. Where are my animals? Oh. Okay, wait. Wait. Where are my animals gone? No more dog? Did someone dog nap him or her? No, she's like just somewhere else. My question though is just where? Like, she has to be somewhere around the house, like hiding under something because it's raining and it's storming. I just want to know where. Because it's raining and storming. My cat is also out here somewhere. But he's pretty good at staying outside during storms. Okay, let me look like one more time. I just want to make sure she's okay. That she's like not freaking out anywhere. But it's also really windy. Like, where is she? Ah! There's bugs everywhere. Puppy! 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 I don't think she's gonna run through the... Oops, sorry. Through the rain. Oh, where the heck were you? Girl, it's raining. Oh my god. I know. What are you doing out there? What are you doing out there? Okay, she showed up. She's fine. Everyone, she's fine. Oh my god, go lay down. What are you... Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, there's a spider. Oh, sorry. She's trying to run inside. Oh my god, there's a spider. My dog showed up. I gotta go. There's a spider. Okay. Fantastic news. She showed up. So many panics. It's raining and storming. Oh, my dog is gone. And then there was a spider, bro. Yeah. No, the storm doesn't scare me that much. It's just like the animals. Because I don't want them to like be hiding under something and then like be scared or whatever. But luckily, she showed up. She's fine. She tried to run inside like a weirdo. But it's totally fine. Plus, it's not storming as bad as it was when I first went out. So I think it's fine. Anyways. Now that we've gotten that all taken care of, how is everyone doing? How's everyone doing? How was your Saturday night? Oh, Saturday or Sunday? Going? The weekend. I don't know why my days are all mixed up. All day today it felt like it was Sunday. So it keeps feeling I keep feeling like I have to go to work tomorrow, even though tomorrow's Sunday. I'm just like, oh no. Back to work I go, but I still have one extra day. Yeah, anyways. I'm good. It's Sunday for me because it's 12:39. Oh, yeah. You just started your Sunday. I have 2 hours left. Oh, an hour and a half left of my Saturday. You know what? I'm going to keep it completely real with you, with chat here today. I I don't think I am a go out on the weekends kind of person. Low key. That just sounds really exhausting to me. And I don't know if it's because I spent the last 2 days kind of like going out. So Thursday we went to karaoke, and um we had a few drinks, okay? So we went to karaoke Thursday, and then last night we went to the K-pop club night, and we had a few drinks there too. And when I tell you, I was just entirely burnt out. Like I cannot imagine if like I tried to go out again today. Oh my god. My limit, I'm pretty sure, is like 2 days in a row, 2 nights in a row. Because I did the same thing for Halloween. We went out Friday night, and then we went out Saturday night, and then we came home Sunday. But even that was like, that is just too much. I can't imagine people, like, respect to them, but people who like go out every single weekend, and some people start theirs on like Thursday night. They're like Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night, and they do it every single weekend. Like this for sure is like a once every like 6 months for me. Like I'm good probably until Halloween again. It's just it's so crazy. I think that's why I feel so like burnt out today. Just because I feel like I've been doing so much all week. Luckily though, we have one extra day to rest and relax and just recover from the weekend that I've had, or the week that I've had. Ah, there's something on my phone. I've been mostly hiding in my room to hide from the heat. Summer's a nightmare. Yeah, true. Oh my god, it's been so hot too. Me, personally, I'm more of a I like the winter a lot more. Oh my god, I thought the spider followed me in. I like the winter a lot more than I like the summer. Because I I like to be cold instead of being hot. Because you can warm up from being cold, but to cool down from being hot, it takes like a lot more effort, I think. And so I'm not particularly a fan of the summer or the heat. I do like the longer daytime hours, that we have so much daylight in the summertime. Um, and that it's nice out to like do things. Like we can go outside and not have to worry about like freezing to death or whatever. But in the grand scheme, I like the cold more than I like the heat. I like fall. Fall is really nice. Fall is really nice. I think out of, well, no. I still think I like the winter the most. But I'm also a little biased because my birthday is also in the wintertime. And so, on top of the fact that I mean, yeah, it's just in my brain, the most, um, I don't want to call it eventful, but just like the time of the year where I get to be so special and awesome and great is the same time that it's like cold and snowy and all this stuff. So I don't know if it's because my brain has correlated that, like those together, but I like the winter. I'm born late winter. So like March, February, March. Yeah, I'm born like quite literally in the middle of the winter. It's like we're like deep into the winter time. That's when I was born. Actually, I'll tell you a little bit of a fun fact. So in my culture, we how do I explain this? So we counted our months by the new moon. So like every new moon would be the start of a new month. And because we went by the new moon cycle, we had 13 months in the year. And just kind of the way that it translates to modern day timekeeping and stuff. The month that I was born, we used to call back in the day, we would call it the hard moon, or the difficult, or it's not winter, it's the hard moon. And that just meant that it was the hardest month of the entire year. So, and the fact that I was like born in the, the most difficult month of the whole year. March 18th. Oh, a March birthday would be nice. But also, historically, okay, way back in the day, we didn't have kids in the wintertime anyways because okay, another fun fact. We measured our age back then by how many winters we've survived, because where like my like people where my people lived back then, we always lived in really harsh winter conditions. And so it was kind of considered um like a really good thing if you were able to make it through the winter, just because, like, food is scarce, resources start to dwindle, and it's also really cold and like all this stuff. So if you made it through the winter, you would then become the next age. But because of that, because winters were already just really hard to survive through, we didn't really have kids in the wintertime. So historically, it's not accurate. But hey, girl, how are you? Hi. Oh my God, sorry, I'm going off about some fun fact, some like lore about my culture. But yeah. Anyways, so I was born in the middle of the winter, so I think that makes me biased towards winter being my favorite season. But that's okay. That is okay. Oh my God, the storm passed. You know what? That wasn't as bad as I thought. It did get a little windy, but it was truly not that bad. My dog is safe. That's all that matters. Mm, what? Aww. Okay, sorry. Him. I'm not tired. I'm not tired. I'm not tired. I'm not tired. Oh my God. It almost never snows here. It did snow last year a little bit, but it was more of a wet snow. Really? A wet snow. That's so interesting. Yeah, I think one thing that I really do like is that I live in a place where like it snows frequently. Now, the last couple of winters have been a little bit dry. But I think it alternates all the time anyways. Like sometimes we'll have really dry winters where it won't snow that much. And then we'll have some winters where we get like a snowstorm every other week. It's like, whoa, what the heck? So this past winter was like it only really snowed. We maybe got like one good snowstorm, like once, maybe twice. But everything else has always been like a dusting, definitely some ice. But that's it. Hi, hello. Couldn't make snowballs, it would instantly turn water like in your hand. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, like the slush kind of. Yeah, no, I like the snow. So I do like that I live in a place where it snows frequently, cuz that's always my favorite part. My favorite part of when it starts to become winter is the first snowfall. It makes me so happy. Yeah. What was I talking about before? I don't remember. I do not remember. I'm yapping. Oh, okay. I was going to mention this because I think it's important. Um, do I want to stream tomorrow? I might not stream tomorrow. I'm not going to end the stream. I'm just talking about kind of what goes on in the next couple days. I'm not going to stream tomorrow because um well, I don't know if that's because, but One Us's new album comes out on Monday. And so I'm going to obviously film the reaction, the music video reaction Monday. So I figured I would probably just stream Monday since I'd already be kind of, filming and whatnot. But like, do I want to stream now? Because like, what if I have to edit? I have to edit the video and then get it up as soon as possible. So I don't. Maybe I should stream tomorrow so that I can skip Monday. Not sure. I'm so jealous of South Korea. It feels like they get snow all the time, and I'm convinced it's fake every year. Really? You know what? Okay. I actually learned that it doesn't snow that much in Korea. Now, I don't, again, this could be because where I live, I get a lot of snow, relatively. All right. But there's also places that are further north than where I live that get even more snow. So, like, to me, it's like we don't get that much snow. Anyway, I went to Korea in February, right? The end of January, beginning of February. And I thought this was so funny at the time. I was joking about bringing the snow with me to Korea. I don't know. Because it's usually like my luck in the wintertime when I travel, it snows. So I was like, of course, watch it snow. And like, I thought that it wouldn't because it doesn't really snow that much in Korea. Tell me why on day one of me being in Seoul, it snows all day. I was like, what? I thought it doesn't snow like that here. And I remember the morning of Friday morning, there was like 3 members of One Us who like sent from messages because I had Lido's at the time. I don't think Soho said anything, but Lido did for sure. And he was talking about, he's like, be careful, like the roads are slushy today. And there's, be careful walking on the sidewalks because it's snowing. And I was like, what? Like, it's barely snowing out here. But then it made me think, like, yeah, it's probably doesn't snow that much around these parts. Did you watch K-pop Demon Hunters? I haven't. I have not. My sister did. Honestly, I'll be honest. I wasn't planning on watching it, but a lot of people say it's good. So I might watch it. I might get around to watching it. I see them doing little snow dance and so much snow behind them. Yeah, it like when it snows there, it snows for sure. But I don't think it snows often. I haven't watched K-pop Demon Hunters yet. One of my friends watched it already. No spoilers. Yeah. No spoilers so we can watch it. But I think I know a little bit about what it's about. Ow! Ouch. It's a good movie. I watched it with my sister just now, and the songs are so good. Really? I have been listening to the songs because, like I said, my sister watched it, and I think she watched it before we went on our trip this past week. And so, like, on some of the drive, she was playing some of the songs. Do I remember how they go? No. But please watch it. You won't regret it. I for sure will. I just have to make time. I have to make some time to watch it. I heard the songs, just not knowing the storyline. Oh yeah. See, I don't either. Well, I know. I know the plot because I watched the trailer. I also love the message of the movie. It's really good. I'm telling you. Okay. Yeah. I'll definitely try to make time to watch it soon. Ouch! My nails. My nails. Alright, good news. The storm has passed. The storm has passed. I think I was a little nervous because I looked at the radar before I started streaming just to make sure. Oh my god. Um, and it didn't look like it was going to be bad, but earlier today there was actually a tornado. Um, it's not close to me, but it's close enough to make me worry, or to make me what? To have me worried about any of the other storms that popped up today. Because like where I live, we don't really get tornadoes like that. Like it's never usually a threat. Now we are in a place where like it can tornado, it just usually doesn't. So it was just really surprising that earlier today there was like a tornado relatively close to where I live. And so I got kind of nervous with this storm coming in because it looked like it was going to be a little severe. And I was like, no, my dog's outside. Meanwhile, she's like hiding. She's like running around in the rain. Like, oh my God. But luckily it's passed. Everything is fine. It was just some rain and some wind. As a K-pop fan, I'm happy with it. Oh, okay. I don't have Netflix, so I can't watch it. You can always watch them. Oh, I cannot be promoting that online. But there are ways. There are ways. Ah, I'm so excited to sleep. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. I'm trying to think of anything I can yap about. Oh, I could yap about this because I'm One Us's biggest promoter. Um, One Us's highlight medley came out this morning. Yes, this morning. Came out this morning, and oh my God. It's so crazy that I think this every single time One Us releases a new song. I almost think it's goofy. It's just really goofy to me. But, like, I genuinely like almost every song that they release. And it is crazy to me. Because, like, how can an artist just release songs that I like all the time? Like, I'm all for, like, being a fan of certain songs, maybe not being a fan of other songs, but One Us every time is releasing, like, all of my favorite songs. Like, why? I'm so tired. I worked all day. No! Well, at least it was a productive day. Listening to J-Hope killing it. Ooh, J-Hope. I didn't watch the highlight medley because I don't want to spoil it for myself before the album comes out. That's so fair. That is so fair. I wish I had that kind of patience, but honestly, I don't. I don't, and so I have to, like, listen to the highlight medleys. But I had one instance where it, like, worked against me. It was when Pygmalion was coming out, and they released a highlight medley for the album, and I was just really excited because that was their first, comeback as the 5 members, and so I was listening to that highlight medley, like, over and over and over. But also because I really liked Erase Me. Like, I knew I was going to be a big fan of Erase Me from the teasers because I just love the instrumental of Erase Me. So the highlight medley had the pre-chorus. Is it a pre-chorus? Could it be called a pre-chorus? I think so. It had that part in the highlight medley. And so, like, me, I'm like replaying the highlight medley over and over and over. And so when the music video came out and I was going to react to it, I started singing along to that part because I had watched the highlight medley so many times that I knew that part. And I did the reaction. I'm singing along to this part, which is, it's the first time I'm hearing this song, but I'm singing along. Somebody in the comments of that music video reaction got mad at me because they're like, you said it's your first time watching this, but you're singing along to the song. So it's very, like, obvious that it's not your first time listening to this song. And I was like, what? So I had to reply back. I I replied back and I said, well, no, like it is my first time listening to this song, but it's because I listened to the highlight medley that they released 2 days before the music video came out, and I just listened to it a bunch of times, which is why I know that specific part of the song. I said, excuse you. And then they replied back and they were like, oh, or they sounded genuine, but I just thought it was weird. They're like, oh, I'm sorry. They're like, oh, I didn't even think about that. And I was like, okay, well, maybe we should have explored all of our options before we said anything in the first place, but that's totally fine. And so in the next music video reaction, which was for Baila Conmigo, I had to put that in like as a disclaimer for number one. Like before I started reacting was like, I just want you guys to know the highlight medley came out 2 days ago, and I've been listening to it every single hour since then. So I know I'm gonna sing along to the part that's in the highlight medley. Just so we're clear. But so I might have to make that apparent again this time because like I've been listening to the highlight medley all day. I mostly always avoid highlight medleys because I don't want spoilers before the album comes out. So I don't watch them, but sometimes I do. Yeah, sometimes I think the only time I do watch highlight medleys are for groups that I like really stan. Otherwise, I'll just wait until the entire album comes out. But it's like, I'm also just curious because especially for One Us, they're one of those groups that they tend to do a lot of different like sounds, especially in their B-sides. And so I just get curious. And I want to know like what kind of sound they went for in this specific album and whatnot. And so for this highlight medley, honestly, I'm not going to say anything too specific, but I do like all of the songs on there. There's only 4 new songs plus Time Machine in Korean. But I do like all of the other songs, which is why I was saying I think it's crazy because every time One Us has a new album, I tend to like all of the songs. It's like we were meant to be. It's like I was meant to be a fan of One Us. Because why are they always making music that I love? It's just goofy. I was just thinking of that song, Baila Conmigo. Oh my god, it's so good. Baila, baila conmigo. Know about you. Oh. I'm glad it's good. Yes, it is. It is. It is. I will say, just based on the highlight medley, I think my favorite song right now is Love Me or Loser. Just based on the highlight medley. But I said that for the Dear M. They had a highlight medley for that too, right? No, they didn't. Did they? Hold on, let me go look. Hold on. They're so majestic in that music video. Baila Conmigo is my favorite. I love the styling in Baila Conmigo. My favorite set of outfits is are the white ones. I love those outfits so much. I think it's like the entire fit. Like the way they all did their hair and then their makeup and then the accessories and then the white outfits. It just looks so good. It's like my top 10 favorite One Us outfits ever. It's in the top 10 somewhere. Oh, I should do that. I should rank my favorite One Us outfits. But what is he singing? Why is he... Aw? Or is it just One Us? Oh, it's just One Us. I love like 98% of their music, so yes, they were meant for me too. Yeah, I love that we included 98% because I will tell you, there is a few songs I think I will just... I cannot defend. I can never defend. I'm so sorry. It's gotta be like 5. I might have like 5 songs. Hold on, I'm trying to think. Let me think, because there are... I don't want to count the ones that I don't listen to, but the ones that I just, like, I will go out of my way to, like, not listen to. And mostly I just like water videos. Any music video of any group that has water in it, I'm just drawn in. They're nice, though. They're really nice. Yeah, Baila Conmigo. Have you watched Same Scent by One Us? Because that one falls in there too. Baila, baila conmigo. That's embarrassing. Okay, hold on. What am I looking up? Dear M. I'm trying to just see if they had a highlight medley or not. Logo Motion. I don't think they did. Like, I'm pretty sure it all just came out at once. Right? Right? Yeah, I think it just all came out at the same time. So I almost just completely lied. Yes, yeah, see, it's good, isn't it? Dear M gives me like war flashbacks because because um for some strange reason, I can't tell you why, I felt it in my soul. Like the vibes, the aura, and the energy was just all off from like November to January. It started with the season's greetings, I remember. I think, right? Or was it maybe something before? I just know the season's greetings. I was unboxing it and I started to realize that everything started to feel like, well, the season's greetings specifically felt like what's the word? Like they were like focusing on like the memories aspect of like being one us. Like everything in the season's greetings kept mentioning stuff about like 2019 and like this is when we met Two Moon and like we always have a special place in our heart and all this stuff. And I was like, why are we saying that all of a sudden? Like I know that they say it sometimes, but to have it be an entire theme of just like, you know, no matter what happens, we'll be together forever kind of thing. It's like I don't why are we just talking about this? All of a sudden it made me a little sad and it did make me a little nervous at the time, okay? And then after the season's greetings is when Dear M came out, and Dear M had like the same concept where it's called Dear M because it's supposed to be like Two Moon, but like the M. It's Dear M, and then they released a bunch of like the penta versions of their songs on this album. And then they were like, yeah, and then there's like this song that or is it We Are Young was supposed to be about One Us and like how they feel towards like being one us and to like I don't know. Anyways, all of it just felt really sad. Okay, like they were trying to like reminisce on something that like almost felt like was going to go away. And I was like, why are we doing it was scaring me, okay? I was like, why are we doing this? All of a sudden. Like we can wait to do this, I think, right? And so imagine can you imagine how I felt when I'm like already kind of nervous about like the season's greetings concept and then the Dear M album concept. And then like a week later, they announced that Soho's enlisting in the military. And I was like, oh, like it's all making sense now. I get it. But I just thought it was funny because I even mentioned it in my season's greetings unboxing. I was like, why does it sound like they're about to go somewhere? I'm like, don't say that. Yeah, and then all of a sudden someone's just leaving, so whatever, it's fine. My least favorite Wanna songs are Crazy and Crazy, OG Now. Oh, Laura, Laura, you can't say that to me. You can't say that to me in my chat. Firebomb and a little bit of dopamine and don't know why. Really? Ah, sorry. Not the enlistment era. Yeah, I know. I just thought it was crazy that they were like hinting about it this entire time. Like, how did you know? So I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry. No, it's okay because I'm pretty sure mine are also a little controversial. I okay. Can I be completely open and vulnerable here? Is this a safe space? I used to love Firebomb. I actually really liked that song, but now I don't. Now I'm not really a fan of Firebomb anymore. And I can't really I can't give a good reason as to why, but I'm just not a fan of it any anymore. My favorite song is Same Scent. I tried learning the dance and I gave up. What, really? Really, why? Okay. Well, when it first came out, I think the chorus had always been a little bit off-putting to me. I didn't really like the chorus, but I love the verses. I still do love the verses, but I don't know. It's just something about it now. Maybe it's because I haven't listened to it in so long. Something about it now is just really not. I'm just not a fan of it anymore. Not a fan, so I completely get it. I was trying to think. I think Crazy and Crazy is like mid for me. It's very much in the middle. And the only reason I think I would move it higher up is because I love Lito's verse. Like out of that entire song, I love Lito's verse the most. And I used to listen to that song specifically for Lito's verse. And then when the verse would end, I would just skip the rest of the song. Lito was going to be my bias, but then Shigun caught my eye. You know what? That's totally fair. That's fair and valid. What else did you say? Oh, you said OG now. We're just not gonna talk about that one. Just kidding. No, you know what? I used to also not be a fan of dopamine, but I got back into it recently because I love Soho's ad libs at the in the last chorus of the song. They're like so beautiful to me. And so it's kind of one of those situations where I'll listen to the entire song just to get to those ad libs at the end. So I'm kind of a fan of dopamine these days. I don't like the other songs on that album though, except for Leader. And I think that's an unpopular opinion. I've seen a lot of people say they don't like Leader. And I'm like, why? If we just ignore the cringy part of the lyrics, it's actually a good song. It's a good song, I'll be honest. I have a like dislike relationship with dopamine. That's so fair. It's not, I don't know. It's not very, um, what's the word I'm looking for? Mesmerizing? It doesn't like hold your attention that well, I think. It's cute for sure, but it definitely gives kind of like background music. What about the song No Diggity? No Diggity's good. I don't I don't know. I think No Diggity is one of those songs that I like a lot more when it's live. Like in the concert and stuff. Cuz listening to it just like studio version, it's like kind of also just like eh. My fave song on that album is oh, okay. I feel like this is an even exchange cuz you said you don't like um Now Part 1. So, it's fine. It's really fine. I don't know. Kotoki to me is just too. I personally am not a fan. I'm just not a fan of that song. I like No Diggity, but I definitely didn't like it when it first came out. Me too. I had to convince myself to like that song when it came out. Because I'm like, you know what? This is one us. I need to respect things that they're doing and trying and all this stuff. But I think it's also because it came out right after To Be or Not to Be. Those are so different. There's To Be or Not to Be. It's all sad and sentimental or whatever. And then there's No Diggity. It's like, I don't 5 sounds going on at once. It's like, what happened? So I definitely had to convince myself to like it when it came out. But it's good. It's still pretty good, I think. It's very hype song. Hold on, let me think about my least favorite one of songs. I think we all know. If you're a longtime fan, you'll know my number one least favorite song is English Girl. And I will stand on that hill until the day that I die. I'm sorry. Katoki is literally my type of music. I mean, it's cute. It's definitely cute. It's just I think I don't like those kinds of songs. Hi, hello. Same, it grew on me through the years. It does. It's like one of those like fine wine kind of songs. English Girl's my favorite. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. No, I'm sorry. I'm a hater. I'm a I am a hater of that song. Do you like K-pop? Yeah. English Girl. I'm gonna be really honest. I don't know if I would put it in like my top 5 least favorite Wanna songs, but it's definitely in that area. I don't really like Level Up. That's just me. It's like a song that I'll usually skip if it plays. And I don't go out of my way to go listen to it. I remember the betrayal of English Girl. Yeah, I know. We had like a whole discussion on it. I'm so sorry. I'm still against her. I'm so sorry. Hello there. What groups do you stand? I'm a 1US fan. K-pop boy group 1US. Debuted in 2019. Okay, what else? English Girl. I have to go through by like album. No, I wouldn't put it there though. Hold on. Fly With Us had some other than Level Up, but I don't know if I would put that at the in the list. I agree with you. I like Level Up a little bit, but it's not one I'll go to like Luna. Yeah, same. Same. I like don't actively seek out Level Up to listen to. And then when it does play, I usually skip it. Like I have to be in like a certain mood to want to listen to Level Up. And I usually never am. Okay, wait. In Its Time, and then it was Lived. Is there a song on Lived that I don't like? Okay. Controversial. I don't really like Dead or Alive. I don't know, something about it just it's it's really just not for me. There is one specific part in that song though that I would genuinely listen to the entire song just to hear that part, but it's at the very very end of the song, so that's kind of why I don't listen to it. You also dislike White Knight, which is another one of my favorites. Okay, no. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. I think I'm no longer a hater of White Knight. It's kind of one of those songs that's like maybe more in like the middle to the bottom, but it's not in like my least favorite anymore. Because I think it's an okay song. But it's one of those songs too that like I just don't listen to that much. Any of you watch Squid Game season 3? No. I kind of agree with you. I don't listen to it often, but I like it. Dead or Alive? Or White Knight? Thank you. Came to see my side. Yeah, I really did. I'm not a hater anymore. But it's definitely not near the... It's not one of my favorites, I will say. Hey, hi. Okay, Dead or Alive. Okay, English Girl, Dead or Alive. And then we move on to Devil and its 10 songs. Is there a song on the Devil album that I don't like? Hold on, I have to think. Can I even name them off? Or let me try to name them off right now. It's the intro. There's No Diggity. There's Leftover. There's Rewind. Incomplete. What You Doing? Oh, Lionheart? No, Lionheart's good. Lionheart. Youth, I Promise You. Busho. And the outro. Is that all that's on that album? That's cool. One S is great. I'm a big ocean. Oh, nice. Honestly, I've listened to too much One. Haven't listened to too much One S. Can you recommend some music for me? Ooh, yes. Um, I will say their most recent album, which is Dear M. I Know You Know. I would listen to Baila Conmigo and Baila Conmigo. Let me do Same Scent. Let me do one old song for old time's sake. Hold on. Oh, Lit. No, Luna. Jeez, sorry. Luna. If you haven't heard that, or Lit. But they're also having a comeback on the 30th, which is in 2 days. So everyone look out. Everyone be on the lookout. They're having a comeback. Just wanted to pop in and say hi. Wish I could say, but I gotta go to work. Okay, thanks for stopping in. Hope you have a good day at work. Don't say connect with us, please. Oh, you've just reminded me. I've been watching Noble My Love, so I like to watch one drama at a time before I watch anything else. Oh, yeah, same. Okay, yeah, you've just reminded me. So there's nothing on Devil, I think, that I don't like. But then we get to Binary Code. Binary Code is probably the... I can't say objectively because that's just my opinion. In my opinion, probably their worst... one of their worst album compositions, just because it doesn't, like, everything on that album almost just doesn't stand out. Like, Black Mirror is really the only thing that stands out on that album, and the rest of, like, the B-sides kind of just feel like they were thrown in there instead of, you know, feeling like something else. It's one of my faves. I was so happy when they released a full song of it. It's okay, no. It's not a bad song. It's just kind of like not memorable. When you think Connect With Us, it's like I have to like actively think about what that song sounds like. I think it's cute though. I do think it's really cute. But just kind of in the entire grand scheme, I think it's just because it doesn't stick out to me at all. It is one of my least favorites. Because, like, what else is on Binary Code? It's Polarity. Oh, wait, Black Mirror Polarity. There's 5 songs on that album. What are they? Black Mirror Polarity, Connect With Us, Valkyrie Rock Version, and what's the other one? What's the 5th song on that album? Hello? Oh my god. This is how much I don't like. That album just does not stick out to me. Wait, Black Mirror Polarity. I see it in my head. I see it. I see it in my head. Help. Shion and his majestic black hair is heavenly. So true. Long black hair caught my eye. That's what made me bias him. He looks so good in long hair. It's just so good. I feel like if you listen to my playlist of One Us, it's some of your least favorites. No, it's okay, because mine might be the same. Like, all of the songs I like, you probably wouldn't like. It'd be, like, flipped. Who's your bias in One Us? My bias is Soho. Soho, the love of my life. What is on Binary Code? It's Black Mirror Polarity. Nope, that's Trickster. What am I thinking of? Connect With Us full version and Valkyrie rock version, but there's one song in the middle. Happy birthday! Oh my god, you're right. Oh my god, you're right. See, this is what I'm telling you. It's just, oh, it's so hard to figure out what's on even on that album. Happy birthday. You're right. You know, I don't like Happy Birthday that much, but I don't think I would put it in my list of least favorites. Well, no. I just don't like it that much. But I still need to buy my concert tickets. You know what? It's okay. We have time. We have time and there's lots of tickets left. There's a lot of tickets left. It's fine. I need to know what I can do to promote One S's tour so that people buy tickets and go. Because it's looking really sad right now. Like, what do I do? Should I just like live stream every single day and put in my title that One Us is coming to a city near you and have people like just go buy tickets? Oh, wait, I just gave myself a really good idea. Makes sense because your profile's named Heavenly Soul. Yeah, yeah. Soho's my fave. I listen to it on my birthday every year since it came out. You know what? I do too. But I think that's why like I don't remember it because I only listen to it like once a year. It's on my birthday. Ah. Hi, hello. Gotta get my money up. So true. We gotta get our money up. Okay, alright. No, okay. You know what? I'll take Connect With Us off of my list. I don't think I hate it. It's just I don't listen to it. It's kind of on the same level as Happy Birthday. So right now I just have English Girl and Level Up. What comes after Binary Code? Binary Code is 2021. Blood Moon. I don't think there's a song on Blood Moon that I don't like. Blood Moon also, though, gives me the same vibe of like they just kind of threw some B-sides that they had on that album because I don't think they were planning on it being that concept for the album. And so this is just my theory. I think they had an entirely different concept set up for that specific comeback. But because they had switched the title song to be Luna, they now had to like take kind of like do everything from scratch. So you have to take out like all your B-sides that you had before so that the new B-sides match the concept of the album. And that's kind of what all of those B-sides give me. So it's not that I dislike any of them, it's just they kind of just feel like they're like filler songs. But that's okay. I mostly get my albums at Barnes & Noble. They have a small music section, and the albums are never ripped open and stolen. Oh my god. Yeah, there's some. I went to a Barnes & Noble in Denver one time. This was actually when La Dolce Vita came out, because One Us was doing this thing where they were selling La Dolce Vita at, like, certain, like, retailers, and the only one that because I went to their pop-up event thing at the K-pop store they had there, and then they said they had some in stock at the Barnes & Noble. And so I went to the Barnes & Noble to go find these La Dolce Vita albums. And the one that I went to had all of the K-pop albums behind the counter. So I had to like go up to the counter and then tell the lady that I wanted some K-pop albums. And I knew I could not tell her I wanted One Us's La Dolce Vita album. Because she's going to be like, who's what album? I'm like, okay. So I had to like point them out. I had to like go up there and be like, hi, I want to get some K-pop albums. And I'm like, they're the ones. And I had to describe them like, it's the blue and green one. There's a really tall pointer to where they were. And she was like, thank God you knew because I would have never. And I was like, yeah, I know. But they had all their albums like behind the counter. It's crazy. Trust, my sister and I will fill 2 seats. Period. Yeah, if I could just like if I could like buy tickets and then give them away so people can go, I would. But I first would need a small loan of $1 million to do that. I wish I could go to a concert, not particularly One Us, but this would be really cool. Big Ocean's my one and only kind of though, but no hate at all. But literally no one comes to my area. You know what? That's okay. I also have, I have the same dilemma of like nobody ever comes to where like I live, so I have to travel to go see groups. And the closest place that I live to where like groups come sometimes is Denver, but that's still like a 5 to 6 hour drive from where I live. And so it's like difficult sometimes. Kind of like the one big city that I live near is Chicago, but that's 14 hours away. That's where I went to see Baekhyun earlier this week because I had to go see Baekhyun. You absolutely know I had to. But I had to go all the way to Chicago to go see him. There are albums in Barnes & Noble. This is news. I'm a relatively new K-pop fan, but a long-time bookworm. Yeah, they started selling albums there maybe a couple years ago. So it's kind of a new thing, but they do sell albums there now. I never listened to Big Ocean. Me either. I've heard of them, but I've never listened to them. Hello, pretty lady. Hi. My sister saw Cat's Eye at Barnes& Noble today. What? Cat's Eye? I heard of their debut when they debuted and never listened to them. Me too. I would gladly take tickets from you. I'm saying, if I could just get a small loan of $1 million, I would buy a bunch of tickets to the Wanna shows and then like give them away so that people could go. Okay. Like I would do my part in trying to make people go. What I think I will do though is like try to promote it online or something to all my locals that live in well, not locals because they don't live anywhere near Wanna's concerts, but which Cat's Eye album? What? I live in Arizona. Nobody wants to come here. Not that I blame them. I mean, they really only go to Phoenix. So I guess that's fair. I flipped everyone, but oh no. I know where that's from. The small loan of $1 million. A small loan of $1 million. They had some sort of event here apparently, so she happened to see Cat's Eye. That's crazy. That's so crazy. Imagine just casually seeing just a group. Bro. Oh god. Did everyone hear that? That was scary. That sounded relatively close. Luckily it wasn't that close, but that sounded like it was just over there. I find it so funny. Oh my god, then it started raining. Oh, Jesus. Oh my god, the thunder. I know, that was kind of a goofy one, because, like, the storm passed a while ago. So I'm like, completely, like, what's the word? Like, my guard is down now. So I was not expecting that. Cat's Eye was in Kids' Choice Awards as well. Oh, I seen that, too, because they got slimed. They got slimed. Those poor girls. Ah. Yeah, you know what? You know what? I'll do my part. I'll try to promote the One Us tour so people can buy tickets to go. There's people firing fireworks, and at first I thought it was gunshots or... Uh-oh. No! Oh, no, it's way over there. It's way over there. Yeah. That's way over there, actually. Just looked so bright. I was so scared. Yeah, I know. I hate... Oh my gosh. Can I tell you a bit of a... It's a little bit of a sad story, but... Like, fireworks now kind of give me, like, well, no, it's not really, like, flashbacks, but, like, it just reminds me of... What the heck was... I think it was a year ago in August. A year ago in August, I went to this event thing, and it's, like, outside. And it's a cultural event. And so, you know, there's just a lot of cultural activities going on. And they're... Usually, cultural events are very... like, family friendly and, like, oriented and all this stuff. So nothing crazy ever really happens. So anyway, I went to this cultural event a year ago. And it was just me and my dad. But, like, you know, with everyone else there, too. And for some crazy reason... Well, we learned later on what it was anyways. But, because it's outside, you know, there's a bunch of people everywhere. There, like, a shooting happened at this event. And so, like, it was, like, kind of close. It's just, it happened where it, like, should not have happened. But because we were all kind of close to where it happened, and we didn't really know, obviously, what the situation was, We hear like gunshots going off, and then we see everyone start running, and then everyone is now shouting. They're like, "Get down, someone's shooting." And we're like, "Oh my god." So like my dad immediately turns to me and he's like, "Get on the ground." And I was like, "Oh my god." And so I'm diving. I like dive onto the ground. I like crouch cuz we all have like chairs and stuff too. And so I'm like crouched beside my chair, and my dad is now on the ground beside his chair. And everybody's like either diving onto the ground or they're trying to run out through the gates to get out. And like everything's just going ever, and like again, we don't really know what's going on. We don't know if like it's somebody just like shooting around, or like if somebody actually, what even is going on. It was a very kind of scary, slightly traumatizing experience. But now every time I hear something that sounds like a pop somewhere, it just kind of reminds me of that moment specifically. And so now that it's fireworks season and people are like popping off fireworks, that's all I can really think of every time I every time I hear them. And so now I'm like, "Oh my god. Jesus." I want to see One Us now the more you talk about them. Oh my gosh, you should. You should. They're going on tour in August. I can let you know the cities they're going to. Wait, can I name them off the top of my head? They're going to New York, Atlanta, Detroit, Cleveland, Chicago, Nashville, Dallas. Are they going to Houston? That would be goofy. They might be going to Houston. I might be lying though. They're going somewhere there. They're going to LA and they're going to San Francisco. So, if you're in any of those areas or close, you can definitely go. Those people are insane. Like, One Us first. I know. That's so scary. I'm sorry that happened to you. You know what? Yeah, it was definitely terrifying. And again, it was something I think that should not have happened where it happened, but it still did, and it kind of like ruined the experience for a lot of people, I think. Hi, hello. They're going to Houston? Oh, okay, yeah. That's what I thought. What got you into K-pop? Um, so long story short, I was friends with this girl in high school who is this long? Okay, I was friends with this girl in high school who she was an anime fan at first, but she started like diving into like a lot of like Japanese music. So she was listening to like J-pop and J-rock and all this stuff. And then she ended up like finding some strange reason she found XOM. And this was around the time we were like just becoming friends. And so she was like, "Let me show you this like new band that I found or whatever." And I was like, "Okay." So she showed me Overdose by XOM. And I was like, "Oh my god," because it's all like colorful and like sparkly and they're all just really good looking and the song was just amazing. And I was like, "Oh my god, this pops off." And so she showed me the music video. Um and from there is how I got into EXO, because I was like, I really didn't think I was gonna go down the whole like K-pop path or whatever. I thought I was just gonna be an EXO fan. And so she showed me XOM, and then I realized I really liked Overdose. I was like, I want to listen to more of their songs. What if they have better songs? What if they have like other good songs too? So I found the album and I listened to the album and I liked the album. So then I started diving into their other albums and stuff. And then realized that they were an entire group. You know, that there was an XOK and that they were EXO as a whole. And um I think I was an EXO only fan for maybe like 3 or 4 months before I started getting into other K-pop groups. Is kind of when I started finding like Girls' Generation and like FX. Who else was really popular at that time? Oh, like all of the like second gen groups like Shiny and all this stuff. And it kind of just went from there. It's August 3rd. Yes. If you're in Atlanta, go see One Us, please. I met BTS first in September of 2020, as I said, but how I met them was funny. I met them through a video game called Fortnite. You met in Fortnite? I have to tell you, in the movie K-pop Demon Hunters, they play Love Me Right by EXO in the background. I'm sold. I'm sold. I'm watching it right now. Just kidding. I love Love Me Right. That's like my favorite EXO song. Just love me right. Baby, love me right. I usually find these stories interesting. They kind of are, because it's like we usually always like get into K-pop through like really weird ways. They had an event for them at the time for Dynamite. They did? You know what? I've never really played Fortnite, so I didn't know. Plus, Dynamite was like popular back then, so I don't know what they were doing. Oh, love me right. Baby, love me right. Oh, team, okay. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I think I'll be live for 5 more minutes before I call it a night to end our wonderful yap session. Oh my god, it's raining again. I thought it was over. Yeah, you know what? I kind of like that idea. I think that's what I want to do. I think I'm going to stream. I'm going to start streaming as much as I possibly can. Not long streams, we're just going to do more frequent streams. But in every single stream, I'm going to promote One Less's tour so that people buy tickets and that they go. I think that's what I want to do. It's so funny how I was bored at the time and I counted how many boy groups I know and I counted up to 64. And I said, that's definitely normal. No, you know what? I should update it because I'm sure it's like crazy and insane. I made a list one time of all of my biases in K-pop groups that I knew all of the members of. And I'm pretty sure that list has like 50 or 60 people on it. So like, what the heck? I first got into K-pop because of BTS in 2019, but I always heard of them since 2017. Then I watched their MV for Fake Love and love that song. I love Fake Love. Love Fake Love. 2 years ago, I made a friend, still good friends, who was into anime and J-pop, which I really wanted to get into. Got into J-pop. My family's kind of weirded out by anime. What? Then I found K-pop on YouTube and kind of got fascinated by Stray Kids. You know what? A lot of people like Stray Kids. I think. But I think that's a good thing. You know, now that I think about it, I really do like that Stray Kids is just so popular now. Because I remember when they like first debuted in like the first couple years of their career, they weren't very popular when they debuted. And a lot of people were like kind of being mean about it because the past few groups that JYP had were popular in their first 1 to 2 years of debut. So they got 7 and twice. And so then Stray Kids debuted and they were not popular like at all. Like nobody really even cared. And then to top it off, Woojin left. Right? So now they have to deal with losing a member and now they're not even really popular, don't really even have fans and all this, and like all these people are saying crazy things about them. And people used to call them, like, to put it simply, they used to call him the flop of JYP. And I always thought it was kind of sad because like I feel like they've always had good music. But yeah, for some reason it just was never picking up. And it's always just been it's fascinating, but also really nice to see kind of their growth, like from all of that and then to like just release a bunch of like really like popular songs and now to see them on tour in like these stadiums in the US is insane. It is so insane to me, and it's really nice to think about sometimes. I think it's so cute. I have a friend named Rachel. She's the one that said bias is Baekhyun, but most of her biases are Canadian. A Baekhyun fan. I really started getting into their songs and members, but it was kind of not my thing as they were so popular. My problem is if it's too popular, I'm not really into it. Also, I found some toxic stays. You know what? I'm kind of like that too. I like totally get it. It kind of I don't know. Like when a group is like too popular, it almost feels like harder to be like a fan. I don't know. Is that just me? Is that just me? Not sure. But then some random YouTube short showing unique K-pop groups introduced me to Big Ocean, who I then looked into and fell in love with during the summer. Well, that's cute. That's cute. Yeah, I heard they were a pretty good group. I should listen to some of their songs, to be honest. But yeah, hate to cut our conversation short, but it is getting a little late, so I think I'm going to end the stream here for tonight. I mentioned earlier, but I don't think I'll stream tomorrow. Or wait, no, I should. No. No, but tomorrow's Sunday. Oh, we'll see. I might stream tomorrow. I don't think I'll stream Monday though, because, like I said, one of his albums coming out that day, and I have to film a reaction and stuff. So I kind of just want to have time to edit and focus on that. So if I don't stream tomorrow night, I will stream on Tuesday. Okay. I first found and listened to Stray Kids when they released Levanter in December 2019. And they were gaining popularity, but they really got their popularity with God's Menu. Yeah! So true. So true. Okay, yeah, anyway, sorry. Anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today and letting me yap for such a long time. I hope you all have a good what? Sorry, I tried to mix up like 5 things. I hope you guys have a good rest of your night, or I hope you have a good day, or you're having a good day, or you had a good day. And I will see you all in the next stream. Good night, everyone. Have a good sleep. Have good sleeps and good dreams and all that good stuff.